if you're thinking about making a move, which you probably are, there's a mass migration happening across the country right now where folks from some of the bigger cities are looking to get into more rural places. I know it's 2023, COVID happened 3 years ago, but we're still seeing the after effects of that. And there's a lot of folks who do not want to experience going through something like that again inside an inner city. So they're looking to more of these rural areas. If that's you, today I'm going to talk about 3 cons to moving to Havre, Montana. So if you've been looking at Montana, Havre, Montana specifically, then this video is for you, so make sure you stick around. So con number 1 is the mosquitoes. They are a nightmare. I'm from California, came to Havre, Montana just over a year ago now, so I'm giving you an outsider's perspective on what you can expect when you move here. But the mosquitoes are outrageous. As soon as the spring thaw comes, it's attack of the mosquitoes. They're all over the place and you will get ate up. So be prepared for that. Get you some good bug spray. There is this bug bite thing, that's literally the name of it. It's something that I found on Amazon. It's a little suction tool thing. You put the bug bite tool on your bite area and you pull the suction cup back, and you do that a few times. Instant relief, no redness, no scratching. It's awesome. It's called the bug bite tool. But mosquitoes are huge after winter, and then getting into fall, wasp season comes around. So between August, September, October, wasps are out. And as we get closer to September, those things can be about like this big, hovering around your ear right here. You're like, get away from me. But that's just the cost of living in all this beautiful nature that we've got out here. So you gotta, there's a mosquito. Do you see that? Almost crashed. Anyway, wow. The wasps, the mosquitoes and the wasps. The grasshoppers are pretty big out here, kind of gnarly. One of them hit me in the chest one day. It felt like a 22. So there are some bugs out here. And one thing that the community does to circumvent the mosquito issue is in your property taxes, there is mosquito control. And so there's a guy who goes through town and he sprays this spray out into the air, and that's supposed to help keep mosquito population at bay. But that is something to be aware of if you're thinking about Havre, Montana. Number 2 on the list is gonna be the unpredictable weather. Like, you could go from sunshine, clear blue skies, to all of a sudden, within 30 minutes time, you got dark storm clouds got blown in. You got winds that are up to 10 plus miles per hour, and a storm will just dump on you. Like when it rains, it comes down. So the unpredictability of the weather is something that you just get kind of used to. You might have to take a coat and leave your coat in your car, a raincoat in your car. Even during the summer seasons, we might have a storm blow through here. That is something that I've had to kind of get used to, especially coming from California, because in California, the weather is very predictable. It does not really change very much. There's no such thing as winter out there. So it's just straight summer, spring, through all 4 seasons in California. So coming out here where we have a legitimate separation of seasons has been very interesting. We have a real winter, we have a real fall, we have a spring, we have a summer. But even throughout those periods, you can see different seasons. Like it's summertime. I guess summer's coming to an end here now, but during summertime, you might see a big storm blow in. I haven't experienced it just yet, but I've heard that people have got snowed on during the summer out here. So
what did he say?
Something to be aware of. If you're somebody who just likes a more mild, kind of predictable weather, it might not be your liking up here. But that's just something that you just kind of get used to and you bear with it. And I like it personally. And my last con, but not least, is the extreme cold in the winters. It is not for the faint. If you're not good with cold, you will not last very long out here in Havre, Montana. This last winter, we had days where it was minus 60 degrees. That's 60 degrees below zero. You know, the temperature gauge goes down to 0, but then you go 60 degrees past that, and that's what we were dealing with last year. And I heard that that's fairly common, especially between the months of January and February. Those happen to be the coldest months out here. I was told that a few years ago, there was a month where they had 30 days straight of 20 degrees below zero.
Whoa.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
And it's just something, again, that you get used to. used to live in Washington State, Northeast Washington State, and so I'm fairly familiar with the winters being cold. But man, the 60 below zero is insanely cold. Like, that's so cold that we would see on our glass sliding doors of the home we're in, we would see frost build up on the inside of the house, like thick ice on the inside of the house. And we've got the furnace pumping, the pellet stove on. It's just that cold. But I love it. My kids love it. Being able to go outside and play in the snow was awesome for them. It was a great experience. The community does a lot of cool things during the winter. There's a college in town, and it's called College Hill. And a lot of families go over there and they sled down the hill. It's awesome. We used to walk. We live about a 2-minute walk from the middle school. There's a nice hill right there that we would slide down. And back in California, we'd have to drive at least 2 hours to experience something like that. Just not the same. It doesn't compare. So I'm a big believer in Havre, Montana. I love it out here. My family loves it out here. And those are 3 cons. To me, they're things that you get familiar with, but this is me giving my perspective as an outsider moving in here, coming from a place like California where, you know, weather, bugs, and things like that were fairly mild. So in my opinion, those are 3 things that you should be aware of if you're considering making a move to a place like Havre, Montana. Overall, it is an amazing community to be in, very family oriented, great people, great businesses, and I think you'll love it here. So if you're thinking about making a move to Havre, Montana, or anywhere on the High Line for that matter, that's northern Montana, feel free to reach out to us and give us a call. My name is James Smith with Lodestar Land and Home. I will drop our contact information in the video description below, and I look forward to someone reaching out and wanting to chat, and we're very happy to help. So again, James at Lodestar Land and Home of Havre, Montana. Looking forward to chatting with you, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.